Xian isn't just terrifying mountains and terracotta warriors. We're once again following the Food Ranger, this time on a street food tour deep into Xian.
I am made to be free.
First place on our Following the Food Ranger tour here in Xian has brought us here to his recommendation for the best Bang Bang noodles in all of Xian. So we just got these like big, beautiful bowls of this Bang Bang Mian, which is like, they like slap the noodles, and it's got the cilantro on it, and the noodles, these like big chunks of beef. It just looks like a really good sort of bowl of noodles. So without delay, I suppose I'm gonna jump right in, mix it up a little bit. They have like a really good like chew on them, and they're wide and they really hold on to that sauce. Well, that's like really good. You can tell they're like making the noodles. Just get one good bite here with everything. That's probably one of my favorite bowls of noodles so far in China. Easy. If you're in Xian, you'd be a fool not to eat this. This guy's a real hit around here. We're just hanging out with Kevin and them and just like talking about him. And he like came around.
Coming out of the Bang Bang Noodles place, I just want to mention how absolutely friendly the family who owned the place was. They just chatted with us for so long, talking about when Trevor James came to visit and how so many people go there now. Obviously with Kevin translating, which has really added to the experience.
Okay, the next stop on our Following the Food Ranger tour has brought us here to get some sour and spicy beef dumplings. They got a huge cauldron like just cooking up, and it's like super loud. But let's go check it out. So it's a little bit quieter in here, but it's still pretty loud. Here we got this big bowl of these sour, spicy dumplings, the beef dumplings. And you can see in it, there's like cilantro and sesame seeds and the chili oil. And we'll just jump right into it. Yeah, it's got the sort of spicy oiliness from the chili oil and a little bit of vinegar. It's not as sour as I thought it was going to be, which is good. It actually adds like a good balance of flavors. The beef in there and the broth coating. It's a pretty good dish, pretty decent dish. Yeah, the dough tastes like homemade. It's got a really good thickness. A little bit, like a really good chewiness to it. This bowl was only like 10 yuan. So for 10 yuan, it's a really good bowl of dumplings. Okay, so we're just on our way out of the dumpling place. The star for me was definitely that dough that they used. It was really good. We're moving on to the next place now. Okay, so the sun's gone down and it's gotten cold, so we've come out again to follow the Food Ranger to this place, right next to the Jiaozi place where we got the sour, spicy dumplings, to get lamb pita soup. And I'm pretty excited, and I'm pretty cold. So let's get inside. The first step, you get yourself some pitas, and you rip them up into like little tiny chunks, and they're like, these things are like dense. Okay, so my fingers are tired, this bread is dense, but I got my bowl ripped up. I think this is still too big, but we're gonna take our bowls down, and they're gonna fill them up with some soup. Okay, so we just got our bowls here. They put the bread into the wok and like fried it up and then put it all back into the bowl. And it's just like a mountain of that ripped up bread with these big, oh man. Okay, so this is this lamb, but it's just like falling apart. Like, oh, it's like really tender. I can't even pick it up. It's like falling apart. I don't know, I'm really excited. It smells really good. Okay, I'm just gonna have a piece of this lamb first. It's just like really good, tender, tastes like lamb. Good to go have it with some of this bread. The denseness of the bread soaks up the juice without being soggy, which is something I'm really, really happy about. I hate soggy bread. There's these like glass noodles in it. It's got a really good broth, really meaty broth. That's good, but I think if you leave it too long, the bread will get too soggy. So you just gotta jump right in. But it's a good hearty bowl of really meaty lamb soup. Especially on a cold day like today. I think this is probably a pretty good bet. This whole bowl with all this was 25 RMB.
Some of the best lamb I've had. So good.
There you have it, folks. I'm not gonna hold up Stacy eating it by getting her to record because it is, if you don't like soggy bread, a race against time. And even though the flavors in this are really good, the smaller pieces that you get, like I'm trying to focus on eating big pieces as fast as I can, the smaller they get, the more soggy it gets. So if you don't like soggy bread, maybe this isn't the dish for you. But the bread, when it soaks up that juice, it has like a really good, it like holds onto the juice and captures it. Like you eat it with chopsticks, not like a spoon, like a stew or a soup. But the bread almost is more like a dumpling. It's not like a yeast bread at all. It's just like flour and salt and water, especially now that it's in the stew. So we're done in there. It had really good flavors, really good taste. It was some of the most delicious lamb I've had in a while. It was Stacy's favorite lamb. I would, if you don't like soggy bread, rip it up yourself so it's a little bit bigger. They're small little pieces, will go soggy really quick. My end feeling is if you can eat really fast or you don't mind soggy bread, this is a good bet. Really delicious. If you don't like soggy bread, you can probably skip this one.
I disagree on that one.
Something you might notice when you're wandering around the streets here in the sort of the Muslim area of Xi'an is you'll see people with this kind of stuff posted up. So I think people have become quite fond of the guy and they're proud when their spot is featured in one of his videos. So we're here getting breakfast now at the Xianbing that Trevor James recommends. Apparently, the lady was saying he ate here every day for 2 weeks. So with our 5 yuan stuffed Xianbings, we're actually not stopping here. We're gonna go down the street and down an alley and get some rose jam stuffed sticky rice, like fried dough balls. So let's check that out. Okay, so here we got it here. It's like still warm. It's like got a really crunchy coating on the outside, and they're just frying up a ton of them just fresh. So get the first bite here. The outside, it's really crispy and crunchy, and almost like flaky. The second you break through that crunch, you get into this like really soft, gooey interior. So the rice filling, or the rice kind of dough, isn't super flavorful, but I think most of it comes from the texture, and I'm just about to get into that rice, or that rose jam. Oh, I'm getting another one of these. It's like inside, it's this like sweet, really floral, rose tasting jam. It's really enjoyable when you bite through the crispy outer layer and then it gets soft and sweet, and then you get inside and you bite through another nut. It's like a symphony of textures. It's like, this is a really enjoyable, not just to like taste, but to eat. And they got black sesame in there, all that sugar, and got some sunflower seeds too. I just ate a cashew. This is like a treasure chest of delicious surprises. But I'm really enjoying how floral and rosy that is. That really shines through. I'm sure this is good anytime, but for breakfast, this is definitely a tasty treat. But anyways, these are super filling, so maybe we'll have to go do some walking around before we head off to the next place. So our final stop of our Following the Food Ranger tour here in Xian has brought us to this joint where we're gonna try a big chicken plate, as it's called. It's like chicken and veggies and potatoes, all in a big bed of noodles. So let's check it out. So it's a rhyme. It's like a mountain of food, big huge sections of leek and potato, peppers, and just like chicken, so much chicken, and chilies, and maybe there's some Szechuan peppercorns in here. And then underneath it all, it's on a bed, these thick, wide noodles. So I suppose, just try some of it out here. Really well-cooked chicken. Just tender and delicious. It's spicy with the good flavors. Try some of these wide, big, flat noodles. Looks like they're holding on to lots of good sauce. Really like pleasantly thick and chewy. Those are really good noodles. Maybe they're even handmade. They're really good. The way it holds on to that sauce and that spice. So try some of this potato. This is really, really, we almost didn't come here, and having had it now, I would regret that. For 88 yuan, just about 20 bucks, a little bit more expensive than anything else. The three of us are gonna share this. We're like a mountain of food. The noodles are really good and soft and chewy and like just perfectly cooked. And this chicken is like so perfectly tender and flavorful. 88 yuan? Check it out. That's it. That's the end of our Following the Food Ranger tour here in Xian. If you find yourself in Xian, definitely check out some of these joints.